Alrighty, everyone, welcome back to Arizona Cardinals franchise. It is week 16 now, and we're on the final stretch here of the regular season of season 2. Last 3 games in sight: Seattle, Dallas, and San Francisco. 3 big ones, actually, when you look at the playoff pictures. Although, not for us. Because kind of for us, but not fully. We are now the 1 seed still. But no, we won our division officially. 12-2 cannot be passed, and that's pretty cool. This team has had a crazy run, but we've lost to. That doesn't make any sense. I literally was just fucking scrolling through. Okay, anyways, back to this. But yeah, so we are 12-2. At the very worst, we will get is, I think, we could technically get the 4th seed. That would take us to lose out, the Eagles to win their division, and go 12 and. Oh, no, they can't. Never mind. We can't go 4th. It would be 5th. No, sorry, it's 3rd. 3rd, because the Eagles and Giants already played. But the Packers could pass us if we lose out and they win out. And then the Panthers probably just need to win 1 or maybe 2. But let's hope let's not do that. But we do play Seattle here, who are 8-6. Currently at the 6th seed, but they could get knocked out here if we hand them a loss, and then we'll see. And then Dallas, obviously, down at 6-8, it's fighting for their last hope here to get into the playoffs for next week. San Fran's out pretty much, but yeah, I mean, not much else to note, I think, other than this. Let's do this film room prep, I guess. Critical game this week. What are you seeing in the film? They have holes all across the offensive line. I don't see how they can stop us from dominating the trenches, run or pass. Cool. Let's show them different looks, stunts, and other complex movements. Throw the trenches into chaos and they crumble. Do you agree on focusing on setting up our defensive line? Yeah, no, I agree. Let's get to it, Coach. I'll start working on the practices for this week. Make sure we're good to go. Yeah, I mean, I think it's fair if they have a weak O-line, which they kind of do, yeah. I mean, our D-line is the way to go. So this game will win in the trenches. We need pressure on every down. Whether it's run or pass, we have to get at it. So Walter Nolan wants at least 1 TFL and 1 sack today. We'll see. He hasn't been super involved as of late, so we'll see. We also need to hold our opponent to less than 200 total yards. I don't think that will happen just based on how our defense has been playing, but maybe. Maybe. Let's go to the weekly strategy here. I think. Oh, yeah, we are at the part of the season. Let me see here. 5 weeks, 6 weeks. I guess we can wait a couple. We should just do it. Probably first week of playoffs, I guess. We'll do the scouting things, but I'm thinking we do want arrow suppression. I think we want interior havoc still, and I think field general is fine. I think these are all pretty good. We will go to our good old 3-4 and red zone passing. And once again, they love taking out our game shield ability for some reason. Not sure why, but that's okay. That looks good to me, and this also looks good to me. So let's see. We pick up any injuries for this game or not. Nothing offensively, nothing defensively. Once again, a clean slate. We have some upgrades. Let's see. Just 2, and we will honestly auto upgrade. Not too worried about those 2. They can just get upgrade however they need to be better players. So one thing I want to do is upgrade some of my abilities here that we still have in. So let's upgrade our field general to platinum. Hopefully that will be helpful. And let's do interior havoc platinum. I'm not worried about arrow suppression platinum because it's just misidentifying blitzers, which I don't know how much that actually plays a factor for the CPU. So we'll hold off on that. Aside from that, let's hop right in. At home, we'll wear some munis. Let's do our color rush versus their color rush. Ooh. Yeah. There we go. That's fun. That's a fun one. But here we are. State Farm Stadium. Taking on our division rivals, the Seattle Seahawks. And here comes the team as Big Red spins the wheel thing for the spins the lever. I don't know. What would you consider? I guess a lever. I don't know. Well, I don't know. Anyways, Seahawks 8-6, and we are 12-2. Seahawks not confirmed a playoff team yet, but a win today might be able to put them in that spot. But we'll see. For us, we're just fighting for that 1 seed at this point. We are still in the lead of that. I'm still in control of the 1 seed, but the Panthers are hot on our tail. So offensively, they have Sam Darnold, who's pretty decent. Kenneth Walker, Zach Charbonnet, pretty good duo. JSN, Cooper Kupp, it's a good duo. They have Gabe Davis as well, and then Javier Herrera, who is playing up to an 87. He's insane, the rookie tight end. At left tackle, Charles Cross is out with an injury, so they have Abraham Lucas starting at left tackle. Gray Zabel is their left guard. Rookie Ryan Blaylock is their center. Their right guard. And once again, they have the there's a glitch here. Sateo Lamea is starting at right guard, even though they have literally 3 other guys that would be better at right guard. But sure. Then Trent Brown's starting at right tackle. Derek Hall is their left edge. Boye Mafe is their right edge. Byron Murphy's their deep tackle. Jerron Reed as well. There's Sam linebackers, Tyrese Knight. Ernest Jones is their Mike. Ivan Pace Jr. is their Will. They also do have Juwan Bentley, who will probably be involved as well. At corner, Devon Witherspoon with Tariq Woolen is a really good duo. Kader Kohu and rookie Sterling Rich are here. Julian Love at free safety. Nick Emanwari at strong safety. Jason Myers, Michael Dixon at kicker and punter. Yeah, it's a good team. When we played them earlier in the season, it was a close one. I believe it was a 1-score game. We have struggles passing on this defense. But here's a return from Pritchett, getting some space and gets to the 32. This season, 3,200 yards, 66 completion percentage, 29 touchdowns, 11 picks for Sam Darnold. It's not bad. Not a bad season for Sam. Well, let's see here how we can start off today. Color rush action at home. This one's going to be a run. Kenneth Walker getting stood up only for a yard. Brings up a 2nd and 9. So going back to pass this time. He's going to find a man open. It's actually Gabe Davis with the catch over the middle. That's a first down at the 50 here. Obviously, Seahawks missing their starting left tackle is kind of a big deal. Here's Kenneth Walker going to the outside, finding a lot of space. Down at the 30-yard line, 20-yard rush there. And that is a huge play that we don't want to see them get very often, as we do see Herrera has X Factor. I forget if we saw it before when we played them, but they do have it. It's going to be pressured. Sam Darnold just throwing this one away before he could take a sack. So great pressure there. Our interior defensive line has a task, and they got there that time. Here's going to be a run up the middle. Easy tackle for Reed Blankenship. Loss of 2 on the play, and it looks like Kenneth Walker's a little shaken up from the hit. And that's going to bring up a 3rd and 12 from the 33-yard line. They got 2 running backs in the backfield. Martinez going in motion. Looking pass. He's going to just check this one down to Cooper Kupp for a 6-yard gain. That'll bring up 4th down and a field goal attempt for Jason Myers. So defense, good job. He's holding them to 3 here. We got to come out on offense now and see if we can take a lead. And Dixon with the kickoff. And we get Ramos on the return. And he's going to have a chance to get some yards, but nothing too crazy to the 28. As Kyler comes on the field now, 2,900 yards, 59 completion percentage, 25 touchdowns, the 15 interceptions. Not obviously the best season. We've covered that a lot, but he's done enough to get us to 12-2. Sure, a lot of those games he was throwing for maybe 100 yards. But that's it. There's Trey Benson finding the outside. Nice juke inside to get to the 39, a 33-yard rush. And he is just so electric when he gets the ball into space. We've seen it all season long. The reason his rushing yards and yards per carry is so high because of that. He just has these big gashes. And they can break off at any point. Got a little play action going on here. Just going to go this one. Get this one out to Mike Wilson. Brings it inside and fights down to the 25. Nice play there for Mike Wilson. Get James Conner in after this one. Here's a run, but Charles. There's no one named Charles. I don't know why that. Charles Cross came to mind for some reason. Not related to this at all. He's hurt. Trey Benson try to cut back inside and just nothing's there. But James Conner on the field, we're going to give it to him on a toss. He gets hit hard by Jawan Bentley. Gain of 5, though, makes this a more manageable 3rd down. Let's see what we can do here. Marvin's open. He gets the catch, tackled by Reek from behind there, and enough for the 1st down, though. Marv with a nice play. Keeping Conner on the field here. We're going out to Marvin again. It's just too high. Murray with a rough throw there. Second 10, another handoff for Conner. Trying to cut it back up the middle, and he finds 3 yards. I feel like that may have been more. But oh well. Can we make this a corner out? Yeah. Benson's open with the catch. He's trying to fight for the end zone down at the 1. Off the Texas route. We love a good old Texas route here. It's always a successful play in my eyes. First and goal. Handoff. Trey Benson takes it in to take the lead. And that run game is going to be what we rely on today. Obviously, that's what we've relied on most of the season. But this defense is really good on the back end. A little bit weaker on the front end. So we're going to try to take advantage of that by running through their front seven. Here's Pritchett with a return. He's going to find some more space. Breaking a tackle. They're definitely finding some better blocking today here on those returns. So I'm a little worried about one breaking loose. We'll have to worry about that. We'll see here what the Seahawks are going to lean back towards here as they come back out on offense. First down from the 30. This one, play action. And he's going to find Cooper Kupp. Incomplete. Just had the jump for it. And Will Johnson hit him from behind. Hit him from behind. Pause. And forces the incompletion there. Brings up a second down and 10. They got a receiver motioning. That is Cooper Kupp. And this one, Sam Darnold getting pressured and sacked. And it's Darius Robinson. Not the guy who we thought would make the play, but he does make the play, and we are fine with that. Whoever wants to show up and make plays can. It's perfectly fine with me. I have no issue with that at all. And Darius Robinson just so happens to be the guy on a 3rd and 15 now. Looking out to find anything. Getting pressured, sacked again. This one, it looked like a combo there. I don't know. It looked like Sweat and I don't know. Easily, maybe Nolan. I don't even know. I couldn't tell you who was all involved, but there was 2 guys. And it's a nice play, and we get the ball back here. Herrera, not the guy we're talking about. It's Calvin Allen with the return. He's got some space. Calvin Allen. Nice return to the 34. Sorry if I just am saying random names at times. I don't know. I'm in a weird mood with my word choice, I guess. My brain's not fully like aware of everything I am saying. So there's that. First down from the 34. This one's going to be read option. Kyler trying to outrun a defender. He does. And he's going to hold on. Gets 8 yards. 2nd and 2. Connor back in the game. We're going to go out to Trey McBride as we take a hit there with Kyler. McBride's got a lot of space. Trying to juke out a defender. Cannot. But he gets to the 8-yard line. First down. First and goal from the 8. It's going to be a pass here. We got McBride open in the back of the end zone. Touchdown with both feet down. Trey McBride with a great catch. Great play from Trey there. And both Treys on offense scoring a touchdown thus far for us. And offense moving down the field very easily. Seahawks defense looking a little bit lost right now. And their offensive line is feeling the pressure. We'll see if they can respond here as the first quarter is coming to a close shortly. Return from Pritchett. He's going to get tackled at the 25. Buda Baker was there, and there's an injury, and that is Owen Papo, who is a solid special teamer for us. Hate to see that. Hopefully he'll be okay. He's also a really solid depth linebacker. Doesn't get a ton of playing time, but when he does, he's a very good athlete. And that's going to be a throw out to Cooper Kupp, who breaks a tackle off of Will Johnson, finds a first down. Gain of 16 there for Kupp. It's a nice play. Owen Papo, muscle cramps. All right. But they don't have to run another play here, but let's see if they do. And they will not. They will take this into the second quarter, 14-3. And, I mean, Seahawks are more in a tough spot here for playoffs because while they are the, what we said, 6th seed, you know, if they lose a string of games, they can be out of the playoffs very easily. It really just depends on how the rest of the NFC works out, and you know, if they're able to not lose every game, really. It's theirs to lose, though. Here's going to be a quick throw out to Kenneth Walker. We just lost our pursuit angle. He's just so fast, and that's going to be a nice play for Kenneth Walker. And that's going to be a first down at the 40 here. Oh, God. I hate when plays do this. Looks like everyone's just completely lost here. He's looking pass here. There's no one open. He's just going to run it. He slides. Oh, my goodness. Jalen Thompson trying to kill him. He didn't learn that from me. Not on the record. Off the record, yes, he did. But 2nd and 6. It's going to be a pass. Pressure. And Sam Darnold will have to roll out for his life there and throws it away as he takes a hit. And we are just bringing pressure now. And they're not ready. Why is Josie Jewell on the field? I don't know. But it's 3rd and 6 here. He's going to look short, quick to Gabe Davis. Tackled after a gain of 4. And they're going to try another field goal with Jason Myers here. I think there's definitely potential there for them to go for it. But they did not decide to. They're going to take their points and try to make this a one-score game. And Myers knocks it through. 14-6. And they just need their defense really to step up now, because their offense is able to at least get into field goal range. We've seen that twice now, but we'll see. Oh, Ramos cannot get much going there to the 23. Alrighty. So Connor's still in the backfield here. Go ahead and give him the ball. It's going to be a run up the middle. He gets 4 yards. Nothing too crazy there, but we'll take it. 2nd and 6. And it's a play action. They fall for it. We're getting out to Tip Ryman with the catch for no gain because he stopped running. I think that's part of the play design. Not necessarily a him problem, but he should still recognize, hey, I should keep running instead of sit in that spot. But 3rd and 6 here. And I'm going to go with Trey Benson here in the flat. He's just too fast for the linebacker, Ernest Jones. See, tight ropes to the sideline for a second there. He gets to the 42, but they're going to challenge it and say he stepped out. I don't know if it would even matter. I think it'd still be a first down. It's just more of the spot of the ball, which at that point, what's the point of challenging it? They do win the challenge, but once again, it doesn't matter because it only pushes us back a couple yards. So 7 yards there. I guess every yard counts in this game. And Benson, oh my goodness, Ernest Jones just absolutely lays him out on the screen. Luckily, Will Carr was over there to recover. Was that Evan? No, that was actually Evan Brown. I thought he had Superstar. I think that was just a visual thing I got confused with there. We're going to go Calvin Austin. He has a step on Reek Woolen. He's slightly faster, and it's going to be a bomb. And what a play. What a throw. It's one of Kyler's best throws of the season. Putting it just on a dime perfectly for Calvin there. Beating Tariq Woolen. And that's why we brought him in. We needed someone who's able to be fast enough to beat some of those speedy corners that Seattle has. And also just in general, any speedy corner. We need someone who can match that, if not pass that. And Calvin shows why we brought him in there. Connor on the field again. Got a quick run here for Connor. He finds nothing. A loss of a yard. They're doing a solid job here, stopping us from continuing our positive plays here. 3rd and goal from the 10. Motioning James Conner. Looking for anything to get open here. Kyler's just going to run it. Kyler diving touchdown. And that's going to be another touchdown on the day for this offense, who are just playing super efficient, super lights out football right now. And Kyler gets another rushing touchdown to put under his belt there. And see, now we're up 15. Seattle gets the ball here. See if they can do anything other than a field goal. Pritchett with the return. Looking for space. Finds a group of Cardinals at the 25. But here comes Darnold and company. Looking to put some more points on the board. Here's a run. Walker against only 2 yards there. It's Walter Nolan on the play. Second and 8 now. And he's looking past. He's looking for something. Just checks it down to Kenneth Walker. Takes a big hit. Gain of 5 for Kenneth Walker. To 3rd and 3. It's a big spot here. So they're really going to need to put some more points on the board at the rate our offense is moving. Oh, man. Okay, there's a couple guys open. JSN finds himself open. Gets out of bounds at the 45. That's a nice play. And that's part of why maybe running man is risky. Because JSN is such a good route runner that he can just probably beat about anybody on our team. There's a quick throw out to Walker. He breaks some ankles there and gets 7 yards. So 2nd and 3, but it's going to be 2-minute warning. So we'll see if the Seahawks can continue finding some success here, but see if they can actually push it into the end zone. So once again, they really haven't been able to yet, but 2nd and 3. No one in the backfield with Darnold. Motioning Kenneth Walker into the backfield. Still going past. Quick one. Cooper Kupp with the catch, and he gets the first down to the 27. Sets him up with the 27 first down. Minute and a half to go in the half. Motioning Herrera to the left now. A lot of motion here. And it's going to be pressure. Throwing it sidearm to JSN for a first down to the 17. It's a nice throw. Pretty good play there. From the 13 now, motioning Gabe Davis, I believe. And that's going to be a run for Kenneth Walker here. And only gets 3. They do have time to do some of that. You know, get some clock ran down here so we don't get some more chances to score. First down. Second down and 7. Looking, pressure, sack. And there's a timeout for Seattle. It was Garrett Williams blitzing off the edge there. Makes the play. 3rd and 14 from the 16 now. He's going to throw it quick. JSN can't bring it in. Just try to get it into the tight window there. And incomplete. And another field goal attempt from the Seahawks. And this one makes more sense, but you have to question if that 4th and 2 earlier, their second field goal maybe was a prime opportunity to go for it, but they did not. And now they sit down 12 points here, and we have 40 seconds to work with. Let's see if we can get anything here. As we get a return, Calvin Allen gets to the 26. Nothing too crazy. And, I mean, our rushing average on the season, 153 yards today, 64. I mean, we're not exactly on pace to hit that, but that's not a problem because we're winning. And, I mean, we're going to try, see if we can get some more plays here. Maybe get a field goal out of this before halftime. Oh, no, this is a mistake. Maybe it wasn't. Marvin Harrison with a great catch there. We'll take a timeout. I thought the defender was going to stay there. He did not. Or he did not go further towards Marvin there, which was good. 2nd and inches there. We're just going to quick Trey Benson trying to spin, gets tackled. Ivan Pace with the big hit. We'll take another timeout. So from the 42 here. With only one timeout. Ideally, we'd like to get out of bounds here or a bigger play to give us field goal range for our kicker. It's going to be an incredible grab from Trey McBride. Oh, my goodness. I don't know how he made that catch. Can we look at that real quick? That was incredible. I put a lot of faith into that ball. I mean, that looks like that could have been easily jumped and intercepted by Ernest Jones. And I thought it was. But Trey McBride got there first and makes the play. Yeah, it's an incredible play from Trey, and he holds on through 2 hits from linebackers. That's impressive. That is very impressive from Trey there. Just going to block Trey Benson. I'm not looking for anything crazy here. Just going to roll out and get out of bounds. We lose 2 yards. It's going to count as a sack. That's fine. We just don't want to take a sack here. And we want to run the clock down enough to where it's like they're not going to try anything. We'll run it again. Kyler gets out of bounds this time. 3rd and 3. That'll give us some more yardage for a 55-yarder for Brandon Aubrey to knock this one through. Makes us a 15-point game once again with 2 seconds left in the half. And you'd have to imagine they're not going to get anything here unless they miraculously return this squib kick with the... Uh-oh. Uh-oh. I was a little scared there. But good tackle. Oh, and Papo's back in the game. So we are up 24-9 at halftime. We'll see how the rest of the league looks this week. Or some of the league, I guess. Not all of it. Surely we'll see the Giants-Eagles. We do. So this was a huge game. This one, handoff. Scadaboo just trucking through a defender for a goal line touchdown. They win 30-28. Incredibly close game. Giants back on top of the NFC East all of a sudden after not being there the entire season. Finally back at the top. And then 7-7 Pats versus 6-8 Vikings. Both teams literally looking to get back into the playoff picture here. Jordan Mason breaking 2 tackles and finding his way into the end zone. 28-20 win. Josh Dobbs at the helm for this week with the Drake May injury leading to a loss. Both teams sit at 7-8 now. AFC North battle. Both teams trying to get into the playoffs still. 7-7 Bengals, 6-8 Browns. And this is a Joe Burrow pass out to Jamar Chase. And he's just going to fight through defenders and gets the only touchdown of the game. 13-6. Very low scoring one here for the Cincinnati win. You see the NFC playoff picture here. Right now, the Rams are actually in the 7th seed. I didn't even realize that. That's a little concerning, but I don't know. We beat them both times, so not a huge deal, but we don't want to see our division rivals again. Realistically, we don't. Even though we know more about them, they know more about us as well. But today, I mean, Kyler's been really on point today. The run game has been solid. Very, very good just all around. Haven't let Darnold go too crazy on us, and we get the ball here to start. So we have a chance to really just try to put a pin in this one and call it a day. Here's Calvin Allen getting to the 27. And yeah, Kyler's passed 3,000 yards on the season with some of the passes today. So that's it's nice to see that we're not going to have a quarterback under 3,000 yards passing, because that would be embarrassing. First down from the 27, handoff. Trey Benson finding very little, only a yard. And I mean, you'd have to imagine the Seahawks defense is going to hone in more on the run game, I should say. But we'll see here. Play action. They seem to be doing that. They have really good coverage here. It's going to be a throw tipped up, and luckily no one was around to make the play on it. But Mike Wilson was not able to make the play. So 3rd and 9 from the 28 here. Motioning. Benson out wide. Looking for something to get open. Marvin sits down in the pocket there and gets a first down. Ernest Jones with the tackle. But nice play to the 39. We're going to try this play. We'll see if it works. From the 39, it's going to be a run. Kyler finding space. Oh, my goodness, Kyler Murray. First down, gain of 11 there. E-Man Worry with the tackle. There's his rushing stats. 521 yards, 8 touchdowns on 78 carries. So not a bad year for Kyler rushing. Obviously, last year was an incredible year rushing for him, but we've been trying to pass it more. And, oof. No gain on the play there. Obviously, we've also gotten our other running backs involved. Our running backs involved, not other ones. Kyler's a passer, I promise. He's a quarterback. And we're going to try... What the fuck are you doing, Trey? Try to get it out to Trey is what I was going to say. And then he just fucking says, I'm not going to pay attention to what's going on, actually. So, he drops it because he wasn't paying attention. 3rd and 10 from the 50. Just going to go quick, Calvin. Nice shoot. Calvin Austin finding a first down. Just keeping this drive alive. Some great stuff there. And that's what we like Calvin for, you know. He's quick, small, agile. He's able to make some of those plays. Here's Connor. No gain, loss of a yard there. Simon Pace in there. And he was one of those guys when we saw him get signed to Seattle in the offseason, I was like, I'm not excited about this because he's a very good linebacker already being added to a solid defense, and he has been a problem. We just kind of have to truck this one in the ground because, again, he is in our face, Ivan Pace. That's actually kind of fire. I gave him a little tune for a little phrase for Seattle fans. What is happening here? No Marvin on the field. We do have Ramos on. Not liking really anything. We're chucking it up. Trey Benson can't bring it in. Ernest Jones, great coverage there. We're going to have to attempt a 57-yard field goal with Trey. Nope, with Brandon Aubrey. Not everyone's named Trey here, I promise. And Brandon Aubrey knocks this one through, 57-yarder. It's like it's nothing. And that's why we brought him in. Because whenever our offense can't make the plays necessary to get into the end zone, Aubrey can hit it from maybe 70 yards. We haven't tried a 70-yarder yet, but he's made a 66-yarder. I think he can make a 70-yarder, especially in our stadium. Just depends on how the weather is in other stadiums as well. And if they're domes or whatever, you know, that all plays a factor. But yeah, it's why we brought him in. Because we liked Chad Ryland. He was a solid kicker, but he was not able to make those really long kicks. And that's what Brandon Aubrey's specialty is, you know. But here comes Seattle. Down 18 here, looking for something. Finding a quick throw. Gabe Davis over the middle. Breaks tackles. Gabe Davis. Oh my goodness, a 73-yarder to start off the first play for Seattle in the second half on offense. And that's a huge play, and they needed that. No one was able to catch up after the broken tackles. And they're only down 9 now after that quick score. So their offense answered very quickly. We'll see if their defense can try to hold up again. Their defense has seemed a little bit chippier and a little bit just better, I guess, today in the second half here than in the first half. Ramos takes a big hit there. But QB rushing yards, that's lying, because it said it was 521 earlier. So I don't know what they're saying, but they're lying. Liar. Anyways, Trey Benson back on the field. And we're going to run it with Kyler. He's going to find a little bit of space for 4 yards. Nothing too crazy on that one. Sure. 2nd and 6 here. See if we can get this play going. Hey, Marvin's open. Just put it on the money. Marvin Harrison with the catch. A perfect ball from Kyler, and that's a down Seattle Seahawk. That's on Zarike. Or on Uzarike. On Uzarike. I don't know who that is exactly, but you know, never a good sight to see an injured player here. But the game continues on. Here is a Benson handoff, and he's going to get a nice gain. First down, 11 yards there. As we continue to just chug down the field and try to put some more points on the board. Keep us ahead of Seattle. We're going to just hand this one off to James Conner. He's going to cut back up the middle. He gets 6 yards there. And brings us to the 22. Conner over 800 yards on that carry there. Here's another handoff. Conner finding another nice gain of 9. And he is finding some success here on the ground. We'll keep Conner in for another play here. Motioning Mike Wilson. This is just going to be another run with Conner. And he's going to get another 5-yard gain. Run game looking very solid today. 2nd and 5. All right, we need Ryman and Harrison to really get a good block here. It's going to be a great block. Trey Benson for his 2nd touchdown on the game. Easy. Great blocking. And that's huge. That just completely negates the Gabe Davis touchdown from earlier. So we're up 18 again. Nice drive. Seattle surely feeling just a little bit defeated with that play there, because you never really feel good whenever you go down the field, one play, touchdown, and then the other team goes down the field and scores a touchdown again very easily. It just puts you right back where you were a minute ago, and you're at the same spot but with less time. So yeah, it's not ideal. But here is going to be a play action. And he's going to go quick throw, incomplete. Try to get to Gabe Davis. That's Jamel Dean with incredible coverage on that one. Second and 10. From the 35 looking. Darnold just going to run it himself. He's going to break one tackle. Falls down after 8 yards. Third and 2. From the 43. Seattle needing something here. It's going to be Oh, no. Darnold just throwing it up for Kenneth Walker. His one-on-one with Mac Wilson is just speed mismatch for sure. Also didn't help that I was usering him, but he would have gotten beat either way. All Sam had to do was put it in a good spot, and he did. That's a quick touchdown once again for Seattle. Makes this a 9-point game. Their offense is keeping them in this. Their defense needs to step up, which is rare. Usually their defense is what is well known to be good, at least in real life. It's been this way this season. Here's a Calvin Allen return. Not really able to find too much, only to the 26 there. First down. Benson on the field again as the runner. And it's going to be a run for Benson, and he's going to find a 5-yard gain. Calvin Allen has back spasms. Ugh. Okay. Not ideal. Hopefully he'll be all right. 2nd and 5. Gonna go handoff again. Benson trying to bring it outside. Gets a yard and then stopped. 3rd and 4. We'll bring James Conner after this one. Real quick, Mike Wilson makes the grab. Somehow rolls his body back inbounds. First down. Kyler's been sharp today, honestly. For the most part, he's been pretty accurate, pretty on point. You know, some high balls here and there, but they've been within reach for the receiver to make the play. Let's see one more play here before the quarter ends. Conner gets a gain of 5, and that will take us to the conclusion of the third quarter as we head into the fourth quarter of this game. And Seattle really looking to pull off an upset and a comeback here to try to get better playoff positioning for the wild card. Obviously, you can't win the division, but they can win some games enough to get them in the 5th seed and face off against the weakest division winner. Although I'm not sure if there's a weak division winner lined up yet. There's James Conner with the run, first down. I mean, obviously, the Packers are right now in line to be there, I think. Or no, either the Giants or Philly would be probably most likely. And, I mean, Philly we face, and it was bad. Giants are on a roll right now, and we're just going to have to run it. Kyler finds himself back at the line of scrimmage. Really nothing there, as we're talking too much about other teams. But, yeah, I mean, Giants have been on a roll. Eagles are really good. Packers are really good. Panthers, we haven't really gotten this face, but we have seen them do really well, just like James Conner on this run. Huge first down, and there's an injury, and that's going to be Onwuzurike again. Or Onwuzurike, or whatever. Onwuzurike, yeah. I think. That stops the clock, at least for Seattle. First down, handoff. Benson breaking one tackle, but only a yard to gain there. It's going to be 2nd and 9. Let's go out to Trey McBride here on the out route. He's going to get hit hard, but gets the first down to the 13. Witherspoon with the big hit on that one. We'll get Conner in after this play. Here's a handoff. Trey Benson getting hit around, but gets 7 yards. Second and 3. Conner in the backfield again. As we continue to just run this clock down. As we inch closer to the end zone once again, Conner only gets a yard there. And, I mean, an RPO seems like the move here. You would have to assume this is the way to go. 3rd and 2 from the 5. The receiver stacked to the left side there. This one is going to be run. Conner getting stood up. Loss of 3. It's Byron Murphy on the play. And I'm trying to think. Does a field goal real? I mean, we'll take our 3. Up 9. This will put us up 12, which means they need to get 2 touchdowns. But I don't know. I considered going for it there, but it's all right. That is all right. Pritchett with the return and gonna get hit hard, but stays up to the 26. And now we just need to see if this offense is going to be able to continue the comeback here, or if they're going to fall short. We've seen some good plays from this offense, some really great explosive plays as well. But with 6 minutes left, they need to continue with that. Here's Herrera. I think that's his first catch, if I'm not mistaken. Maybe his second, if I am mistaken. But he gets to the 41 there after a 16-yarder. It's a nice play. Going 5 wide is Sam Darnold here. From the 41. Darnold pointing out something to his receivers. And he's looking for something. Going out to Herrera. Oh, my goodness. That could have been absolutely devastating if Thompson played that correctly. as I sneeze my brains out. I muted my mic for you guys. Don't you worry. Second down. It's be a quick throw high though. Try to go to Cooper Kupp, just a little bit off timing there. And it's gonna be 3rd and 10. Five minutes left to go. So looking, getting sacked. Dylan Easley, the rookie, on the play. Fantastic. Fantastic play from the rookie there. You love to see it. And now it's a 4th and 17 from the 35. It's not easy to get this down in distance. They're just going to throw it up. It's going to be, oh my goodness, Gabe Davis. That's insane catch. Absolutely insane. He just threw it up, prayers, and hoped in great coverage from Jamel Dean. Also, very tight on the sideline there, along with Budda Baker coming in. Somehow, both of their hands in there, and he makes the catch. His feet don't... I mean, it looks like his right foot maybe got down, but I don't know. It didn't look like it because he was on Budda Baker, but it didn't matter because I mean, Madden's going to say it's a catch. Madden's going to say his foot was down and then somehow something else, but to me, his right foot is out of bounds before anything else hits. Can we challenge that? We're going to challenge. This is a challenge-worthy play. I don't think Madden's going to overturn it because I feel like in their mind, that was complete. And if that is, that's insane. Not the spot of the ball. That is not what we're... That's not... I wish that's not what we're doing. We're challenging if it was complete. It wasn't complete in my eyes. We lose the timeout because they were stupid and thinking we were wondering where the ball was. No, dummies. We were saying his foot was out of bounds before anything else hit. So they missed that, though. We also lose a timeout. Probably shouldn't even have tried it, but that's okay. There's a quick one. Did I say we're up 12? We're up 14. I feel like I missed something there. I think in my brain I missed something. I don't know. Yeah, wait, we were up 11. Yeah, that's what it was. I just did the math wrong quickly. It's 2nd and 2. Kenneth Walker motioning out wide here. Empty backfield. He's going to go quick for JSN. Gets the first down of the 22s. Darnold over 300 on the day. And that's why I knew that 200 yards was not happening for that challenge. I'm like, we're not going to hold him to under 200 total. That's just not happening. Here's a quick screen to Gabe Davis, who made an incredible incompletion. But according to Madden, they said he was in. That's fine. We're used to getting screwed by Madden at this point. JSN in the backfield here. Motioning out wide. I mean, Blankenship on him one-on-one is not a sight I want to see. Here's a quick throw. Kenneth Walker gets the catch to the 8-yard line. First and goal from the 8. They're hurrying up, trying to get this ball into the end zone here. And Darnold's just going to run it. Sliding. And gets 3. They're going to have to go hurry up again. Oh, God. Oh, God. Oh, God. Pressure. He has to just throw that one out of the back of the end zone. I was saying, oh, God, because I was stuck on a lineman. I didn't want to be. Yeah, we want this cover one contain. He seems like he wants to run it. And he has been running it a little bit more. Here's Charbonnet on the field. We haven't seen him much today at all. Darnold takes a sack, and it's Walter Nolan finally getting a sack in there. We've been waiting all day for that. And he gets in there, 4th and goal. Huge down here. Darnold just throwing it up one-on-one. Dude, oh my God, okay. I was about to say, what are you doing? And he just hit the ball Hit the back of the receiver there. It's going to make it an incompletion. Turnover on downs. Now Seattle's in timeout mode here. They got to use their timeouts. All 3. And they also do have a 2-minute warning to work with. Here's Connor. Gets 4 yards. But obviously, you also need to worry about stopping the Cardinals from getting a first down. They get a first down, they win the game. It does not matter. Here's Connor. Breaking tackles, gets 3. There's an injury timeout. And that is going to be a injury timeout for James Conner. And that makes things more interesting because now this is a 3rd and 3. But, you know, as long as... Why is Calvin Allen in? Oh, gosh. He was hurt, too. 3rd and 3. Seahawks need a stop here. Seattle gets a stand. 4th and inches. There's their last time out. Their second to last time out. And, I mean, we're not going to go for it from our own 22. They have... So they're still going to have 1 timeout and the 2-minute warning to work with here. Stonehouse going to launch this one. Deep down inside the 15. Rich breaking 1 tackle. Breaking another. Not breaking the 3rd, though. To the 30 he will go. But they have to go 70 yards here. Not easy to do. But they've made some plays before. There's a quick one. Gabe Davis, who's been the hero today. Tackled short of the out of bounds, and they're going to go hurry up here, try to get one more play off, and they will not be able to. So 2-minute warning hits here, and Seattle needs to put up 2 touchdowns with 1 timeout and 2 minutes remaining. It's going to be really difficult, but I think it's very possible. You know, anything's really possible when this offense has scored on big plays all day. And here's Darnold getting pressured, hit as he has to throw it away. Getting sandwiched there. Sandwiched by Nolan and Sweat. And that's what's going to make it difficult. Is the big men up front versus the decrepit O-line that the Seahawks have. No Charles Cross, missing their best lineman. Quick throw over the middle. Gabe Davis again. Really can't take too many of those short over the middle plays. Sets them up here. 3rd and 2 from the 48. Yeah, you don't want too many of those. And there's going to be a... Is that an offsides or a false start? It's going to be a false start. Good. Good. We'd like to see that. But it's going to be 3rd and 7 now. 3rd and 7 from the 47. Darnold looking for somebody to get open. No one does. Sack, fumble, ball's out, recovered. And broken tackle. Mac Wilson gonna end this one. Picking up the fumble. Wow. Who even forced it? I don't really know. So, I mean, that coverage, dude. I mean, let's just take a look. Let's just take a bird's eye look here. I mean... Yeah, I mean, that's incredibly good coverage. This is maybe the best coverage rep we've seen from our defense all year. Just incredible coverage. Also, interesting decision to run 2 little... One was like a short out route. One was a hitch. And then, I mean, I guess he probably wanted that deep in. But JSN over there, it's just like... You put him on a corner route. He has no space to work with there. So you're really relying on that in route to get open, and it just didn't, and nothing else did. Birch got in there. Sweat got in there. It looks like Sweat's going to have the fumble and recovery. Or not the recovery, the sack and fumble forced attributed to him. And the fact that Mac Wilson also was able to pick it up and break a tackle was crazy. But no, we should be able to just knee this one out. They have 1 timeout, and other than that, that's it. Maybe we'll take the first one, just hoping maybe we're stupid and we try to run it, but we're not going to. We're going to take our knee. And Madden's going to say, but you actually, you're going to give him time. It's like, well, yes and no. No, not really. We're not. We'll stop it right here. And that's game. See? See, Madden? See how I can do that? But anyways, that's just great time management coaching right there. As we head to 13-2 over the Seattle Seahawks, as we continue to just sweep this division. We have one more route to go to here. One more stop to make that that dream come true, and that is Week 18. But first, we have to visit. I don't know if we're going to Dallas or if they're coming here, but we're going to be playing Dallas first, and that will be the first one we have to deal with before we get there into that game in San Fran. But I mean, just a really solid game across the board. I know the stats look great for Darnold, but to be honest, a lot of that was him playing from behind. Kyler was one of his best. It was actually one of his best games. Run game was solid. Everyone really had a piece. Connor and Benson obviously did pretty well. Gabe Davis killed us. Kenneth Walker killed us through the air in that one wheel route. Trey McBride had a solid day. So did Marvin. Benson had a couple catches. Calvin had that nice deep catch. Oh my God, Will Carr with 9 pancake blocks today. That's crazy. Crazy work. Defense was awesome, though. We had, 5.5 sacks today. Nice to see. Did Walter Nolan get his thing? He did. 1 tackle for loss, 1 sack. So he's going to get some XP for that. We didn't get the other goal, though. They had over 200 yards total. Absolutely. But I mean, it was a good game from everyone, to be honest. Obviously, you'd love to see the defense just absolutely shut down the other team, but it's not realistic to ask that whenever your offense is scoring so much. So, Will Carr with an upgrade here. Just give him agile. Try to get him to be the scheme fit. Also, just more well-balanced. And let's see what this film room prep thing has to say as we look to close this episode out here. Great win. Seems like you had a clear game plan. What made the difference, the biggest difference today? We came in wanting to dominate the line of scrimmage. We felt a win in the trenches wins us the game, and that was true. We did dominate the trenches. The real difference, though, that ended up being Walter. He took it as a challenge and dominated. I wouldn't say dominate. I mean, he had a good game. He has 1,000 XP. That's it. Okay. He had the sack. He had a TFL, whatever. But it was all across the board. That defensive front was really good. This one was, we'll praise the front office, I guess. I don't know. The players are the only one that actually don't approve of us, which is weird. This shows the hard work staff puts in every week. Our front office has built something special here. Where is that? Yeah. So, like, we're 100% on everything except for players. I don't know. How do we get the players one up? I don't know. I don't care that much, to be honest. I really don't. As long as we're not, like, really not approved by this team, that would be a problem. But no, I mean, everyone loves us. The players are a little bit less so because probably we are a tough-nosed team and we run the damn ball. And we want our defense to play tough and physical. Some of the guys don't want to do that. That's okay. Because they still do. But that is going to be it all. Thank you for watching. I hope you have a great rest of your day. Bye-bye.